Hello and welcome to Lapis Moon Tarot. Today we'll be looking at the energies that are coming your way for December 2022 into the winter. So looking maybe even into January and February and seeing what is expected around you, what energies you can work with, and some advice on how to best use these energies. So I have three piles for you to choose from. The first pile is with this snow quartz, very winter themed today with our lovely crystals. This is Snowflake Obsidian for pile number 2. And for pile number 3, we have Clear Quartz. Okay, so pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I'll give you a moment to choose your pile. When you have chosen, you can go down to the first comment or to the description for your timestamp. I will start with pile number 1. Okay, so if you chose this snow quartz, this is your reading for December 2022 into the winter months of 2023, so January and February as well. First card we have here is Swan Energy. Demonstrate grace and majesty. Archangel, Bokip. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. But I love this energy, grace and majesty. So really coming into your own, this feels leadership energy to me. When you're a leader that is graceful with integrity, that people just naturally respect because of the way that you carry yourself, but also because of the integrity you have and the way that you treat others. So love that energy. And okay, as we were saying, so 10th house of authority. So the 10th house deals with your public persona. How are you perceived in the public, but also in the thing that you are good at? So this usually relates to your career. So if you are known for something within your industry, if you have your own business, if you are a speaker, a writer, you have like a subject matter that you're an expert in, this is how you are perceived by everyone else regarding that career choice or aspect of distinction that you hold. And I love this energy for you for December, because the 10th house is ruled by the sign of Capricorn, which is all about establishing your career. It's all about achieving your goals. So and you can see here with this hiker climbing this mountain, this is um, building up to your goals with integrity, with hard work, with achievement, with perseverance, and then being recognized for that hard work, being known as someone who has integrity, who has knowledge on that subject matter, who is an authority on that subject matter. So beautiful energy so far. We have another card here for Angel of Love. So this is beautiful energy to have around us going into the winter months, into December. So what I see here with Angel of Love, these other two cards really deal with your leadership style, your authority, your career. And I feel what Angel of Love is if you are balancing that with love, with self-love and self-care, but also with a loving partnership, with loving friends, with family. So there's an important balance here between achieving your goals, becoming an authority, and also making sure that when you are achieving these goals, when you are becoming an authority, that you have people that you love and care about to share that with. And then the final card came up in reverse here, so number 59, upper world. So I'm just going to flip that right side up for you to take a look. So with the upper world, we're talking about the spiritual realm. We're talking about the heavens, where there are angels, where there are light beings, where there's beautiful energies of high vibration. And so this is, to me, calling into view your relationship with your spirit guides, your angels. And I love that, yeah, again, angel of love. So this is talking about, let's balance your worldly goals. So your goals regarding your career, your achievements, your leadership style, your accolades, with your spiritual practice and of love, but also of your life purpose, like aligning these two things, where in December it becomes more clear, and with the upper world being in reverse, this is talking about call on your spirit guides and your angels for help and guidance. I think you're someone who really relies on your own abilities, because you are, this 10th house energy, this majestic grace that you have. You really have invested in your time and energy in cultivating yourself academically, mentally, whether it's, self-study or through university and college, and then mastering that subject matter, that career path. But that also needs to be balanced with the spiritual practice that will bring you joy and bring you fulfillment in what you do. So it's not just about the accolades, it's not just about being recognized or the financial stability that can, be provided by you becoming an expert in this field, but also, is it your soul's calling? Is it speaking to you? Is it fulfilling? Is it something that you wake up in the morning and you have joy in your heart to be doing this specific career path, or this could even, yeah, just be a subject matter that maybe you do on the side that you become an expert on, but to balance that with the spirituality and with love. So I love this for you. Great energy. Great little advice here from your spirit guides, from your angels, to call on them, to ask for advice, to ask for guidance when it comes to living your life with purpose um, in this, realm of authority that you have. So just beautiful energies. I'm going to pull some tarot around your December energies. So let's take a quick look at what December and into the winter months has to say regarding, and it looks like your career and life purpose. So these are not small themes. I mean, life purpose, that's beautiful. That is very all-encompassing. I mean, you basically, your plan, your life, your lifestyle around what is your purpose, what is fulfilling to you, and to become an authority in it, and to become respected and well known and recognized for it. And and I see that for you because with the swan energy, you have the grace and majesty. You naturally exude this leadership quality that makes people listen to you and respect you, and just like a natural born leader, but not from a place of fear or intimidation or manipulation, but from truly leading by example, truly knowing who you are, and a genuine desire to share your knowledge, to lead with grace. Yeah, beautiful energy. Okay, let's look at the overall theme for December regarding your energies of career, it looks like. Okay. Oh, not too many cards. I'm just going to shuffle again. Good one. Let's see. The Hermit in reverse. So the Hermit talks about climbing this mountain. I'm going to show it to you in the upright. Getting, time alone for introspection, for enlightenment. This could be basically shutting yourself off a little bit for social engagements and not really going out as much, and, concentrating more on meditation and self-improvement and self-reflection. However, in the reverse, it talks about stepping out of that energy, maybe being a little too much in the hermit mode. And it's time now in December, as we're wrapping into the end of the year, to take all the knowledge that you've gained, to all this introspection that you've done, all of this self-inquiry and self-inventory you've taken, and share it with the world. It's time to come back into the public view. And again, 10th house energy, like let's get back into the limelight. 2 cards. So let's see what is in your conscious mind about your career. What is in your conscious mind? Beautiful. 6 of Wands. Recognition, public recognition for what you do. So there's something about you that already understands that you've been working really, really hard, and it's time for you to take that center stage, to share your gift, to share your knowledge. And when you do, it will be recognized. This is, victory. This is recognition. This is success. I mean, she's on a stage right now, and you can see in front of this crowd. I hope that comes through on the video. It's a beautiful card. So 6 of Wands energy, beautiful. Okay, let's see what is in your unconscious mind. Unconscious mind. Queen of Swords. Okay, so we're talking about being strategic, being a leader who is highly intellectual, who is clear-minded, very truthful, very much in her integrity. This is someone that people trust, and so she is a leader that that leads with truth and honesty and clarity and high intellect. So that is your unconscious energy. I mean, this is a beautiful reading. So whatever your career path is, I can see success for you because of the fact that you are very knowledgeable in that topic, in that subject matter, and you're going to be recognized for it in the month of December into the winter months. Let's see here. What is your hope and fear, or hope or fear, I should say? So what is holding you back? What is your hope or fear? What is propelling you? Let's see. The Hangman. Okay, in reverse. So this is talking about taking a pause, seeing things from a different perspective. In the reverse, this talks about maybe not being willing to make a sacrifice or take this pause or do what's needed, which is interesting to me because with this 10th house of authority, I feel like you are someone who really perseveres and moves forward, but maybe what you're afraid of and what you feel would be a sacrifice is stepping into the limelight, is having that attention, that public attention on you. So this is kind of where your fear lies to step into this role fully. And I hope that you know that you don't have to have that fear, that you can absolutely call on your angels and your spirit guides to, envelop you in white light, to take deep breaths, to know that you are safe, you are loved, that your knowledge speaks for itself, and it does make you an authority on what you wish to share. Okay, this card here, final outcome. Final outcome for group number one. Group number one, energies around their career. Group number one. I love this. King of Wands. That passion, fire energy going forward. This is a king that is highly charismatic. He leads with passion, with conviction. People are drawn to his charisma when he's talking about something he loves. Like, you're just drawn to his words, to his energy. And I love that because with the Queen of Swords and the King of Wands energy, you've got the intellect and the passion hand in hand to lead you. And, again, a Queen card and a King card, we're very much talking about being in a leadership position for you. I love that. And what is the heartfelt advice? What is the heartfelt advice? Oh, that is way too many cards. Heartfelt advice for group number one. This is really exciting for your career. I love this. This is Four of Wands, talking about celebration, talking about, celebrate your successes. Be in the company of people who celebrate you, who you enjoy their company, who uplift you, who see things eye to eye with you. This is an 11-11 card. It's talking about alignment. It's talking about, you know, being where you're meant to be, doing what you're meant to be doing, aligning with your soul's purpose. So I don't know if you have been seeing 11-11 around, but that's a confirmation there that you are on the right track. And just to celebrate, take time. You're a very hardworking person, this 10th house energy. And so make sure that you're also taking pause and inventory and saying, like, look how far I've come, look how much I've achieved, and celebrating yourself for those achievements. I love this energy. Okay, let's get you a couple more oracle cards here. Group number one. Oh, I think I have a card here from another deck, so just put that away. Group number one, some advice on best working this energy of leadership, of recognition, of success for December and into the winter months. Group number one. Oh, there we go. The wall obstacles, interesting. Let's read what that means. 56. And I feel like the obstacles are in your own mind, but let's see. Obstacles, being inconvenienced by life detours, non-action. There are moments in our life when you are so geared up, so sure that you're on track with such drive and momentum that you are shocked and confused when you encounter a wall. This unpredictability occurs outside your ability to plan, regardless if you've done everything right in alignment with the divine. It's imperative that you change your attitude now. This temporary roadblock is not an obstacle to blast through. This is not an invitation to push harder, cancel other plans, or worry about who will win or lose. This is a stopping point to enable you to slow down and contemplate the part of the manifestation equation that you and everyone else forgets. Life on life's terms will override your best laid plans. Yes, as inconvenient as it may seem, this experience is an important reminder that you are a human being, not a human doing. Perhaps you're being reminded of your mortality, or that you are but a small part of a bigger universe where your destiny intersects with others. Your life may be meant to serve another purpose at this moment, and your attention meant to be directed elsewhere. Consider that this place of temporary non-action is exactly meant to be for you. Perhaps it's because all you desire and have set into motion needs time to coalesce into form, or on the other side, could it be that All the elements are not yet in place for its manifestation to be for the highest good of all. Patience is required now, and the wisdom that it might be a great time to take a break and contemplate gratitude. What is truly yours will never be walled off from you. Okay, I actually feel like this wall for you, this obstacle, is this fact that this hangman is in reverse, this hermit being in reverse, is this fear of putting yourself out there, and sometimes the obstacles, the biggest walls are actually in our own mental, in our own mentality, it's in our own head. Because what I see here with the light of the moon shining in here is that this energy of authority, of leadership, it is yours. You are definitely meant for it, this queen and king coming out here. But there's also a fear of the unknown, a fear of stepping out, and that's completely relatable. And I think what we'll do is we'll just grab you a couple more oracle cards to support you through this energy. So group number one, let's do that. Oracle cards to support group number one and stepping into this beautiful energy of authority, of leadership, of doing it with self-love and spiritual guidance. Love this. The goddess Sophia, divine wisdom coming through here. Number 48. Let's take a look. 48. Okay. Human wisdom comes from personal experience, but divine wisdom is unknown to our life experience. When we ask for help, we are asking for guidance from source greater than us, a great unknowable mystery. When we receive it, it is often life-altering and affects us in ways beyond our comprehension. The Gnostic goddess Sophia, who brought the material world into being, arrives to show you how fate and destiny operate in a relationship to synchronicity. When you least expect it, opportunities and meetings spring up as if out of nowhere. Your life begins to work out, and you sense your alignment with a higher purpose and power. Trust you are divinely protected and directed. Practice the act of faith before results. This is an essential key in co-creating your world. Okay, I understand now. This wall, this obstacle that you're seeing in front of you, is because you are someone who is so hardworking, who has goals in mind, who perseveres, but you're also, and that it touched on that you like to control the outcome because you feel that, that has brought you success in the past, that the harder you work, the more success you get. But sometimes things are out of your control. And I believe this is why the Angel of Love and the Upper World cards have come up for you here, because you might be experiencing these doubts. You might be experiencing actual, maybe obstacles and roadblocks in your endeavor to come out with this authority, come out with this expertise, and put yourself out there or be recognized in your workplace as a successful person, that merits recognition, right? And so what we're saying here is that you need to marry, both of them, the hard work, the determination, the goal setting, but also understanding that what's meant for you is meant for you. Nothing can take that away from you. But have a spiritual practice that allows you to not be so attached to the outcome, because that doesn't define you. Your success, your leadership, your how others view you is not the definition of who you are. These are just kind of bonuses. Celebrating you is kind of a bonus, but knowing yourself, who you are internally, and knowing that you've done the good job, that you have met your own expectations, that you've set out goals that you have achieved, that should be its own reward. And when you do get that praise and that success from others, that's just kind of like the cherry on top. So when you're feeling like you're not progressing, when you're stuck and you have this obstacle, this is a perfect time to call on your angels, your spirit guides, to develop a spiritual practice so that it kind of gives you this, like, just how you have perseverance in your goal setting, in your hard work ethic, to have spiritual perseverance, to understand that things happen in divine timing, that they happen for the best of all, that, something that's denied to you right now is only opening the door for something better to come along. And then when that better thing comes along, that's when you sit back and say, oh gosh, that's why 6 months ago I wasn't recognized or didn't get that promotion, because this other promotion or this other business idea was, in the works, where I couldn't see it quite yet. And now is the perfect timing for me to jump on that opportunity or get that promotion so I can get even better recognition or better reward for it. So I hope that made sense. I love this reading for you, group number one. And I'm going to go ahead and read for Group number 2. Okay. All right. Group number 2. If you picked this snowflake obsidian, this is your reading. So I have pre-shuffled some oracle cards. This is your energy for December 2022 into the winter months of January and February. So the first card I got here is Dog, be disciplined in your home and community life, Archangel Zariel. Capricorn, achieve. Okay, so these two right off the bat, they are playing off of each other because Capricorn is ruled by the planet Saturn, which is all about discipline for a greater purpose. Not only discipline in your life, where we're talking about your home and your community, but Capricorn also, you know, your career. Capricorn rules the 10th house, so your authority, how you're perceived by others, but also your spiritual discipline. You know, how are you enforcing discipline when it comes to how you deal with setbacks, how you deal with maybe processing your healing, processing your shadow self in order to fulfill your full potential when it comes to all of your achievements, you know, and actually perceiving your success not only as a material and worldly success, but also, you know, your soul's calling, your purpose, a success that is both material and spiritual. So I love that. And you do that with discipline. And discipline isn't, you know, I know that it's kind of got like a negative connotation of like, oh gosh, I have to be so strict now and it's so constrictive. But true discipline, a routine that allows you to get kind of like the big pieces of your life in place, actually make it easier for you to then do things that are spontaneous and have play and have joy because you're not worried about, you know, life has to happen no matter what. Like the big things have to happen. Like, you know, you need to make sure that you're working so that you can have, you know, income to pay rent to or mortgage or to have groceries or, you know, doing laundry and all the things that are like nobody, you know, loves to do those things, but they're an integral part of kind of keeping the routine running so that you have this kind of almost beautiful way of merging what needs to be done with this carefree kind of, you know, ability to then take your free time and make it truly your own, like fully enjoy it, fully embrace it, because you don't have to worry about the big things not being in place, you know? And so I think that's really what the lesson is with discipline. You know, yes, it may not feel like the most fun we could have at that moment, but it's kind of like short-term pain for long-term gain. And once you're in that routine and you just do it, you know, as a habit, you know, whether it's your spiritual practice with meditation or prayer, or taking a walk in, you know, when you're feeling low, or if it's, you know, physical needs, like making sure you're eating nutritious food and healthy food and you're cooking and you're meal prepping and grocery shopping in a way that enables you to have that, then when those things are taken care of, you know, you can't imagine how much more time you free up because you're not stressing over, oh gosh, I didn't, you know, I don't have meal plans and I'm gonna rush, or I'm gonna just get fast food and put junk in my body for just this one time, but then it happens to happen the next day and the next day too. You know what I mean? So it's all about putting the big important pieces in place and making sure that you're consistently achieving those so that it does allow you to have um, true freedom when you do want to have some fun and you're not having these nagging thoughts in the back of your mind of all the other things you need to do. So I hope I explained discipline properly, but that's really, you know, so when we're talking about Saturn and we're talking about discipline and how Capricorn is ruled, you know, people who do have that self-control, that ability to prioritize, they do become more successful in life, and not in just, you know, material like wealth, but also in their relationships, also in their self-care, because they are able to um, put what are the big important blocks first, and take care of those things that needs to be taken care of in order to build their success. And I see success for you because with the world card here, this talks about expansion. This talks about, the world is your oyster. There could be a business that you have, a business idea, an opportunity that you have been working on. And because you are so disciplined, because you are such a model of good leadership, because you lead by example, your business is growing. And I can see that, maybe it is time to look at expansion. Maybe it's time to take it online. Maybe it's time to ship outside of just the area you're currently shipping, or market outside of the area you're currently marketing. Like, this is big energy. This is the reward for your hard work and your discipline. And here with the arrow, love this energy as well. Very much. This is very much career oriented. And I kind of love that because that's what we're entering. Capricorn, season is, at late December into January. So it is very much talking about 10th house energy, having authority, having discipline, achieving career goals, being recognized for your hard work, seeing the fruits of your labor, as we're ending the year. And here with this expansion in this arrow, this is talking about how your success is there. It's coming, it is just like kind of like right around the corner. And your job now isn't to stress about hitting your mark. You've already let that arrow go. It's already flying through the air. And now the point of this period is just to kind of sit back, take deep breaths, relax, see how much you've achieved, and trust that the arrow is going to hit its mark. Trust that God, the universe, has your back, that, your hard work, your discipline, your integrity in those things has not gone unnoticed, and that the reward for them, is kind of like right around the corner. Like, you are going to achieve your goals, even if you can't see how that might happen now, even if you can't see how this expansion is going to happen, or there's so many little pieces of the puzzle you're not sure about, or you're still figuring out. Trust that the opportunities, the availability, the ability to do what you do and to have it be successful is there because of this arrow, because you have put in the work, you have put in the discipline, you have kind of achieved as much as you can with the resources that you have. And now because of that, it's kind of like God saying, here's your reward. Here are even more resources because you've used them wisely. You've been disciplined. You've had integrity in your leadership. You've drawn the correct people to you because they can see from your personality. When we're talking about community, this can also mean your coworkers, your employees, your partners, the business community that you're in. They're recognizing you for your character. And because of that, they want to partner with you. And that's opening up this world for you of resources, of people, of knowledge, of know-how. So trust that you've done the work and the arrow is going to land its mark. So let's take a look at, and I love that. So, group number one had a career kind of message as well. So I don't know if you were drawn to group number one, but I see a lot of similarities between the two groups. So very, very interesting. It looks like the winter months definitely in line with, if you ascribe to zodiac astrology and zodiac signs, that, Capricorn, that 10th house energy going into later December and into January, very much focused on career, focused on achieving goals, getting recognition for them, getting the reward for your hard work, it's and then stepping back to see that reward come through. That's the part that I think a lot of people who are high achievers, who are goal oriented, who are disciplined, sometimes they kind of forget that not everything is in our own hands. We can't always be in control of every minute detail of our business, our career, our relationships, our lives really. Sometimes it's best to do the best we can and then have trust that will speak for itself, that will align the right opportunity, people, resources to come your way, and then also have the wisdom to rest and to introspect and to reflect and to be on point with your gratitude work, to be on point with your spiritual work, so that you're in alignment with the people you meet, with the opportunities that are coming your way. You can even achieve better and greater success, and that it's fulfilling. What's the point if it's not fulfilling, right? So love this. Let's get a general energy card for your December into the winter months energies. Group number, that's way too many. Group number two. Group number 2, my disciplined, hardworking, high achievers. Let's see. Oh, beautiful card, the High Priestess. This is connecting with your spirituality, your intuition, your just your inner compass, understanding that you can trust yourself, that you have good instincts, that you have good, you know, spiritual hits, psychic hits regarding your life path, your career choices, you know, how you feel about different people, how you feel about different opportunities. This is really coming into your power for what is unseen, what is unknown. You know, these things can't be measured, but I feel like you're seeing that about yourself now, that you sometimes kind of get gut feelings about people, about opportunities, about your decisions for, you know, your business decisions, and you can really rely on them, and you're stepping into that, and that is going to get you great success, because that information, you know, you can see it in this card. She's got her eyes closed, but they're open, and her third eye is lit right here, and she's getting the spiritual downloads. You know, there's something to be said about being in that spiritual practice where you're relying on forging a relationship with, you know, the divine, with your spirit guides, with angels, to kind of get like the leg up on both worlds, like a foot in the real world, you know, in this material world, and then a foot in the spiritual world, in the realm that you can't quite see, but we know it's there because of the way we feel, you know, the dreams we have, the spiritual insights we have, the synchronicities we experience, the gut feelings that, you know, turn out true. So beautiful energy to be in. Let's see what is in your conscious mind. Group number 2. Group number 2, conscious mind, around this High Priestess energy. So it's very career oriented to me. Oh, too many cards. For December and into the winter months. Again, too many cards. Group number 2, just one card, please. Got it. Beautiful. The Death card. Okay. In reverse, a little, you know, a little hesitant to let something go, but there's nothing scary about the Death card. And actually, you know, as we've just left Scorpio season, which the Death card really represents Scorpio season. It's about death and rebirth. It's about letting go of the things that no longer serve us. This could be ways of thinking. This could be, you know, our shadow self, things that we needed to heal. This could be people that maybe we need to have better boundaries with, that are dragging us down. This is letting go of what is weighing us down spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and doing the healing that's needed. Now, I see that with it in reverse, you're a little bit hesitant about that, and we'll explore that. Let's see what is in your unconscious mind. What's this hesitation? Why not step right into the High Priestess? Because I think you have maybe a gut feeling about people around you, and you might be hesitant to let them go because you are a loyal person. You live with integrity and honesty, and it might be a little hard for you to, when someone gets close to you, to kind of, even though you know they may not be there for your best interest and don't have your best interest at heart, maybe they don't treat you quite well, maybe you have a gut instinct about them, but you're having a hard time letting them go, and getting your boundaries up. Page of Wands energy. Okay, so this is about a message coming your way. You know, it could be an email, it could be coming from someone, something that brings you an opportunity that's really inspiring. This is in your unconscious energy. Okay, I see. All right, so then what we're talking about is that you may have just a hard time letting go of people because you're such a passionate person, you're such a deep feeling person, and you just don't like to give up on people. You know, I don't know why I'm getting that from these cards, but it's just very difficult for you to kind of, because you're so disciplined in yourself, to see that someone else may not be as disciplined or as conscious of other people, or as you know, as disciplined here with your home and community life, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to how to maintain good relationships, how to be a good friend, how to be a good partner, how to be, you know, a good family member. And that's maybe what's difficult for you here. What is your hope or fear? What is your hope or fear? Because those things are really important to you. You're very loyal. You're a very loyal person. Okay, hope or fear. Group number 2. Group number 2. Oh, that's too many. Hope or fear. Group number 2. Hope or fear. Too many again. All right, let's try that one more time. My goodness, these cards are just flying today. There we go. Okay, Seven of Cups energy. This makes sense. So you're having a hard time with these boundaries, with letting go, because you're having a hard time making a decision. You're afraid to make the wrong decision. This is analysis paralysis. This is um, unable to, you know there are a lot of options. There are a lot of paths for you to take, and you just don't want to make a decision that might hurt someone's feelings, that might cause someone distress, or might let down the people who rely on you. And and you're really, really loyal. You're very caring. You have integrity. You have honesty. You've built your business, on these traits. And so you take it very seriously when you make a hard decision like letting go someone, because you want to be an inspiring leader. You want to lead with example. You want to show that you're as hardworking as everyone else that is working on the same project that has been inspired by you. So that's why it's very difficult for you when you see someone who is less than inspired, and you're getting that gut feeling about them that they may not be a good fit for you, to make that hard decision to say, well, what do I do? Do I move them to a different department? Do I assign them with something else? Or do I let them go? And the outcome is the strength card. You're going to find the strength to do the right thing, to make the right decision with grace. And this is not being harsh. And I think that's maybe the lesson that we're learning here in December, is that when you are setting up strong boundaries of how people treat you, treat your dream, treat your company, your business, treat the employees, it doesn't have to be this harsh disciplinarian, um, you know, like, how do I put this? Like a harsh energy that's cruel. You don't have to be cruel. You can be strong with grace. You can be strong with kindness, with empathy, with yeah, just that, with just grace, and explaining that the fit is just not there with this person, that it's not to the best interest of, yourself, your company, the employees, the morale, whatever it might be. Or if it's a business partnership, that the partnership is not what you thought it would be. And it's not being cruel. It's not being harsh. It's not being You don't need to feel this paralysis to take action here, because you are in the right. You're doing what's best for you, and that doesn't mean that it's selfish or harsh or cruel. It's just truly not a good fit. And so you have to do what's best for yourself. And I see you having the strength to do that, because you are divinely guided. You are spiritually guided to do the right thing. And if this was in reverse, I'd be like, oh gosh, no, maybe you are being unreasonable and a little harsh. But it's in the upright. You have grace when you have strength. You have, that good quality, that leadership quality when you make your decisions, and they are for the highest good. So what do I see for the heartfelt advice? The Hermit card. Okay, I feel this is really relating to a person. It's either an employee or partner, that you're doing business with, and the Hermit to me tells me like it's time to kind of cut ties with that person. They're not actually um, on your team. They're not batting for you. They're not, gosh, can I use any more sporting sporting metaphors? Um, so yeah, so this is talking about it's time to put up that boundary, because they're not there for your greater good and the greater good of your dream, your vision, your company, your employees. They might be, and I don't like to use this word, but like they might be a little bit toxic actually for you and this dream that you have to expand. Um, yeah, so this is three major arcana, actually four. So you've got the High Priestess, you've got the Death card, the Hermit card, and the Strength card. I mean, this is a strong, strong reading. Let's get you some advice. So let's get you some advice for these energies. Because success is yours, expansion is yours, but you got to do it with the right people. You got to do it with people who share your vision, who have your same discipline, who want to achieve the same goals as you. They can't be like, it's good to have your own goals and a common goal for sure. I'm not saying that, but not when they conflict, not when somebody is maybe jealous of your success, or not truly happy, or not really looking to looking at the same end goal as you. Um, okay, let's just one card here. Deep quiet, meditation, and stillness. Okay, let's get a look at that. Number 11. Okay. When deep quiet appears, it is a message from the cosmos calling you to stillness, to step outside the concerns of your everyday life. This does not mean to slow down and take a breath, although that is a good start. The cosmos is inviting you to go deep, to the place where noise stops and there's only the vast emptiness of inner space. When we don't respond to the invitation offered by the deep quiet, life can stop us in our tracks with an illness or a crisis. Listen to the small voice. Remember that you want to catch spirit on a whisper, not a shout. And it is only human to argue that you are too busy to slow down, that you don't have the time, the inclination, or the money for a retreat. Do not let any of these reasons get the better of you. Stop the world and enter the deep quiet before you come to a crashing halt. After you have said yes to this invitation, you will find that the world can get along quite well without the need for you to manage it. You will enjoy the freedom that comes with stillness, the clarity and spaciousness offered by the silence. You know what I love too is that this hermit card can also talk about that, about going into a retreat. You know, if she's gone up to the mountain to do some self-reflection, some introspection, and you know, with this high priestess as well, connecting to your spiritual self, connecting to you know, that space where we're in the receiving mode, where we're getting insight, when we're getting those intuitive hits. So that could be the mode for you to, you know, step into your own strength, to do what is needed, to step away from being in the middle of it on a day to day. You know, maybe take a break, maybe go and take a, you know, I don't know if it's feasible, but really take the weekend, take a few days, take a week. I feel like you're the type of person that would work kind of almost 24/7. You're always available. Shut off your phone. You know, make sure that you're setting times where you're available and when you're not, so people respect those boundaries with you, so that you can have time for this quiet reflection, this introspection, this meditation, to make sound decisions where you don't feel you're pressured, you're at a loss, you don't feel you're almost paralyzed, because you're not coming from like a place of rest and renewal. You're coming kind of on a, you're just kind of go, go, go. And it's hard to make decisions when you're in that space. You know, we need to sometimes take time and reflect and make the best decisions with a clear mind. And there's nothing wrong with you taking your time to do that. Let's get a little bit more. Final advice for group number 2. This is the energies for December 2022 into the winter months. A lot of hermiting, a lot of self-meditation, self-reflection, you know, achieving your goals. I love that expansion energy. That could be, you know, later into 2023. Very nice, guys. All right. That's too many. Let's just do one. Group number 2. Group number 2. Oh, all right. We'll take the 2. Oh, that's 3. I'm fine. All right. So we've got the beloved Dominia. So that's the plant that's coming through here. I love this angelic presence. So this is giving me 2 of Cups vibes. This is, you know, maybe focusing on your loved ones, focusing on your partnership if you have one. There may be new love coming, you know, towards you, or a partnership that has to do with this goal that you're trying to achieve. You know, one that is actually on equal footing, one that the person shares your vision, is as committed as you are to achieving your goals, as disciplined, as you know, they have integrity like you do. They keep their word. They, you know, they are going to meet you where you are, you know, and build something bigger. And so I see that for you. Now the other 2 came in reverse. So we've got Rue with protection, and again that lion from the strength card, that lion imagery coming through. And I love that the infinity sign is coming through again. Okay, we're gonna read into that. And then the last one that came, wounded healer, dandelion. Right. Okay. So this is referencing Chiron, which I believe is a meteor or an asteroid. And this talks about our wounds. Okay, I think I understand what's going on here. Protection, the beloved. Okay, so the beloved, that makes sense. This protection and this wounded healer. So we all have Chiron in our birth charts. Chiron represents wherever it might be. So whatever house it might be in, whatever planets or signs it might be near in. It's a wound that we've had, you know, early on, where as adults, if we are able to, if we tap into our spiritual practices, we are able to heal that wound. We get the chance to heal that wound, let's just say that. And then teach others how to heal that same wound. And I've got here with protection. So I feel that your strength, your beautiful strength here, is talking about, you feel very responsible for the people in your life. You know, this home and community card that came out with this angel Zariel energy. When you are achieving your goals, when you are setting out to be successful, your career, all the material gains that you get, it's literally so that you can share it with the people that you love and you care about. It's your family, your loved ones are your motivation. You feel very protective of them. You feel very motivated to provide, and this is also towards your partners, your employees, the people that have shared your vision and worked hard towards your vision as well. So you have this very noble, and I'm saying from a noble point of view, like we're not talking about anything toxic here, where you feel like you need to control people's lives. This is true protection. This is coming from a pure heart. This is coming with the intention that I want to provide. I want to make sure that that my loved ones are safe, they're cared for, they feel at ease. And this could be because maybe at one point in your life you didn't feel that you had that protection growing up, that you were cared for, that your feelings were held, that you were allowed to express yourself, that you felt like you had someone in your corner that had your back. You didn't feel that. And so as an adult now, it is really important for you, for people to believe that they can count on you, that you don't disappoint them, that you're not letting them down in some way. And that is a beautiful quality to have. But because it's in the reverse, it's kind of giving me this idea that yes, it's a beautiful quality to have, but not at the expense of your boundaries, your self-worth, what you deserve as well. Like, you shouldn't be taking away from what you have earned hard, like what have you worked hard for and have earned out of your own integrity and discipline and hard work, and just kind of giving it away just because you don't want to let somebody down. Because that kind of leaves you open to, unfortunately, people who could be manipulative or not as hardworking as you, kind of coasting on your success. And I don't want to mean like that's me, and that's not a good thing or bad thing. I'm not judging. I'm just saying it's important for you to have boundaries, because this is such a quality in you, to be so caring and to want to bring up everyone with you, with your success. You want to raise everyone around you, and that's absolutely beautiful. But this, Damiana, the beloved, do it with people who would do the same for you, is how I'm feeling. Do it for people who share your vision, who replenish you, who understand you, who also hold space for your feelings, your dreams, your thoughts. It's mutual, it's reciprocal. Do it for those people first. And then if you have overflow and you feel like being charitable, or, having some type of like mentorship for people or whatever, you can work it in different ways where you can support or and give back to your community and others, but not in a way where it's depleting you, in a positive way. So you can still fulfill this beautiful, noble trait of wanting to uplift and protect and share your success, but in the best way possible. I hope that helped, group number 2. I am going to go ahead and read for group number 3. Okay, so many cards. Right. Okay, group number 3. If you pick this clear quartz, this is your reading for your energies for December 2022 into the winter months of January and February. Oh, beautiful. The dove, spread messages of peace and harmony. Archangel Bopi, I believe. Okay. 12th house, introspection. Lovely. So this is the 12th house is ruled by Pisces. This is talking about knowing yourself, knowing your community, knowing that you are your individual person, but you're also part of a greater whole. Now, the 12th house is very, it could be very deep, it could be very spiritual. Pisces is a water sign, they're deep feeling, they're very intuitive. And so this is talking about being in, and I love the chakras here. So we've got all of the chakras in alignment. This is truly like opening your spiritual gifts. Okay. And the door to spirit. Okay, so I don't look at these cards beforehand, but this is beautiful. So the door to spirit is opening to you. And I think that's what you're kind of ending the year on, is you've had a spiritual awakening. Something has happened where you're starting to become more aware of your spirituality. And I think, I mean, that's why you're looking at a tarot reading right now. You're looking for answers. The door is opening. You're slowly walking through and trying to gain as much knowledge about yourself and about spirituality as you can. It's a great card to have. And the Holy Mountain, being on a spiritual journey, like literally starting this journey, going up the mountain to meditate, to contemplate, to be introspective, to find your path, to find your way to your spirituality. So beautiful energies for December. And, to do it with peace and harmony. I think you've always kind of been a gentle soul, and people naturally kind of describe you as being kind-hearted, soft-hearted, someone who is very gentle. I know it's represented with doves, but I'm kind of just like seeing butterflies, like like butterfly wings, like just very gentle, like you need to be um handled with care, kind of thing, and just very lovely, like fluttering, like light energy. So whoever you are, that's the energy that I get from you. Like when you're around other people, you very much lighten the mood. You very much kind of give this fluttering, this very easy, calm, lovely energy around you. And so you're just kind of stepping more into maybe becoming aware about that, about yourself, that you kind of do spread this peace and harmony wherever you go. And maybe that's put you on a journey to understand yourself better, and maybe even to look at this as a spiritual practice or a spiritual healing practice that you can do. Because you've been thinking about this, like what is it about you that does this? Like why do you spread naturally, so easily, so effortlessly, this energy of lightness and around you? And how can you do more? How can you utilize this energy better? Because sadly, there are a lot of, there's a lot of darkness, there are a lot of hardships in life. There's, people are feeling the squeeze in a lot of ways. And someone like and I love, oh my gosh, I just noticed there's a dove in both these pictures. The door to spirit also has a dove. I love this. Surrounded by light. Yeah, okay. So you definitely, I mean, almost like an angelic presence, like an angel on earth. That's the energy that I'm getting from you. And you're looking to do this, with more ease by reaching more people, and you're starting to look into that, look into how spirituality can become part of your lifestyle, your what you do, and how you help people. So, maybe you're looking into Reiki, maybe you're looking into astrology, maybe you're looking into energy work. You're exploring your options right now. You're in that introspection, knowledge, seeking knowledge kind of uh, like phase right now, in regards to your spiritual healing gifts. Okay, that's what I see here. So let's get some tarot around that. That's really lovely energy to end the year with. And I love the clear quartz, because the clear quartz actually is good for every chakra. Like every chakra has a color, and there's usually different crystals that are associated with the different chakras, but the clear quartz is actually good for every single one. And if you do have clear quartz, or you just even picturing white light, clear light coming through your body in a straight line to clear your chakras, to heal, to align you better, that could be a visualization. That could be something that helps you find out, more about yourself, get more centered, understand your gifts better. So I love that. 12th house of introspection. Okay, let's see what's coming your way. Let's see what tarot has to say. Group number 3. My very, very spiritual and very, yeah, angels on earth group. Lovely energy. Okay. Oh my. That was a bad shuffle. Let's try that one more time. Group number 3. Your energies for December and to the winter months regarding the spiritual journey you're on. Let's get all right, general energy. The 8 of Swords in reverse. Okay, I feel like, so in the upright, 8 of Swords is kind of talking about anxiety, but these are fears, anxiety, thoughts, things that are kind of blocking your way, that are almost self-imposed. And so you're breaking out of that. These, thin threads of these crows that, these crows represents the swords, that are been holding you back, that have been blinding you to your spiritual gifts, to embark on the spiritual journey. You're breaking out of that. It's enough of that, and I can see too, what I want to say about this anxiety that you might have been living with, and of course, please seek, professional guidance with all matters to do with your mental and physical health. But if you are someone who is an empath, who is more sensitive, who is a highly sensitive person, living with anxiety most of your life, sadly, in the world that we have, in the world that, as it is, it kind of makes sense because you feel things so deeply and you take on the energies of others. And it's hard for you to determine what is yours and what isn't yours. And so it doesn't surprise me that someone like you who is deep feeling really takes on the pain and hurt and depression and anxiety of others, because you so want to be this light in this world. It's just who you are. You want to bring peace and harmony everywhere. But if you're not protecting yourself, if you don't have boundaries, if you don't have ways to kind of cleanse that, all of that negative energy from your field, from your body, it is going to manifest this way. But I think you're starting to break out of that. You've kind of gone through a dark night of the soul, where perhaps you've hit rock bottom for, a myriad of reasons. But you're starting to climb out of that. You're starting to take control over your emotions, your feelings, your thoughts. And I think you're starting to discern better too what is yours and what is not. A good way to deal with this is to, especially when you're in a crowd of people, and afterwards, how you might feel drained, to say like, what are my feelings and what are not, and really sitting with that feeling, and then being consistent with the way that you cleanse your energy, whether that's using crystals like clear quartz and meditating, holding them in your hands, whether it is taking salt baths. Salt is very cleansing. Showers where you're picturing all of the stress and the anxiety of the day just washing down the drain, back to the earth, back where it can be transmuted and away from your body. Whatever you might do, you need to be consistent in that spiritual practice, to kind of break free of this Eight of Swords energy. Wow, okay, that flipped right away. So what is in your conscious energy? Queen of Swords, you've got clarity. I love that. You're getting clarity and discernment and truth now about your situation, who you are. You know yourself better. You know the situation better. This is a beautiful journey coming from the Eight of Swords all the way up to the Queen of Swords. She is in her power because of her intellect, her discernment, and her objective view of the truth. And I think that's what's really helped you too, is that you've understood now perhaps what is your truth, that you're here to bring peace, to bring harmony, to bring spiritual healing to others. And that doesn't have to be draining you, that doesn't have to cause you harm. You can do it with integrity, with love, with grace, without it being detrimental to your mental and physical health as well. Okay, so that was too many cards, so I'm going to keep shuffling. Let's see what is in your unconscious energy. Your unconscious energy, group number 3. Too many cards are flipping over. Let's try it again. Oop, there we go. My goodness. Okay, Six of Pentacles in the reverse. This is talking about reciprocity. And in the reverse, I think you have a hard time asking for help. I think that you are someone who is such a giver that receiving is like really difficult. It's kind of almost like pulling teeth for you, to ask for help, to ask for assistance, to say that you need a break, to have boundaries, to say no to giving. And we can't live like that. We're human beings. We have our limits. We have, our a depleted like person cannot keep giving. We have a well of love and care and nurture and wisdom within all of us, but it also has to be replenished, and it also has to be replenished not only by ourselves but by others around us. Let people take care of you. Let people also nurture you, show you kindness, show you love. Take that kindness, take that love. Be able to receive, so that it becomes this infinity sign of a flow of giving and receiving. And I mean, obviously, this is a pentacle card, so we're talking about monetary here, but this can be in so many ways. Money is just an energy. It could be finances, where you're asking for help when you need it, and then giving when you have overflow of your own finances, but this could also mean care, nurture, love, wisdom, knowledge. We're just talking about letting things flow back and forth, giving and receiving, having true reciprocity in our life. Let's see, what is your hope or fear? Your fear is a two card to the high priestess. So the high priestess talks about connecting with her spiritual self, about getting spiritual downloads, psychic abilities, spiritual abilities, trusting our intuition. And I think you're still kind of in that stage where you're not quite there yet, where you're not quite trusting those gut feelings, those intuitive hits, that knowledge that you're starting to reveal that you do have spiritual abilities, that you might be a spiritual healer. And that's okay. I mean, feel the feelings, right? Process them. It's all right to feel that way. It's a lot, especially if we've never really been exposed to spirituality before, and suddenly, this door opens, this door to spirit opens, and it's like there's this whole other world out there that you weren't aware of. So take the time to process it. Nothing is saying to not be able to do that, and that's okay. But love this. The overall outcome is an Ace of Swords. This is the universe, God, giving you insight, giving you an aha, a eureka moment, like, I get it now, an idea that propels you towards success. And I love this for you because you do, in your conscious energy, you have the Queen of Swords already. You've stepped out of this anxiety into self-knowledge, into clarity, and then you're going to use that clarity, once you understand that you are a spiritual being having a human experience on this world, in this life, that you can marry the two of those things and have a beautiful life, have an idea, an insight that maybe leads you to fulfilling your life purpose, that, maybe puts you in the direction of a spiritual healing art, or, you know, allows you to take on an opportunity that opens a new door to you, where you can gain success and knowledge and fulfillment from, the spiritual practice, the spiritual healing, this idea, this opportunity. Love that for you. Oh, again, too many cards. Let's get a heartfelt or heart-centered advice for you. The Moon. Okay, don't be afraid of what is unknown. That's literally the moon energy. Things that are hidden under the surface, that are, bubbling up. Things are going to come up for you now because it's in the reverse. So in the upright, the moon energy is talking about things that are hidden under the surface. In the upright, they are rising to the surface. You're starting to know more about yourself, know more about spirituality, understand maybe your gifts, understand this healing gift that you have, and don't be afraid of it. This is a journey of life. This is what the 12th house is all about. It's that introspection that kind of gives us this idea where we only had like a small view of what our world was, and suddenly, like, it opens up. It's this door opening up, this light flooding in and illuminating all of these other things that we didn't know were there, like things we can talk about beyond the veil, where maybe psychic and spiritual gifts. We can talk about knowing yourself better, things that you had hidden away from yourself that may have caused, you to be in anxiety, to not understand why you felt anxious when you're around certain people or groups of people, and understanding yourself better, maybe that you are an empath, that you are a highly sensitive person, and how to manage that better, how to discern, how to know your truth. Who are you? What are you feeling? How can you best utilize your gifts in this world? Because they don't have to overpower you or overwhelm you. These are beautiful gifts for you to share. This could be, a life path that you wanted to experience in this world. And it can be difficult because you are a sensitive person in a world that is unfortunately sometimes very cruel and harsh. But that light that, that you shine, that heals people, that spreads love and harmony, I mean, that is indispensable, right? Like, we all need that. I'm sure that everyone who has you in their life is very grateful for you. Okay, let's get some advice for group number 3. How can we best support you through these energies for group number 3, month of December into the new year, into January and February? Group number 3. Gorgeous. Psychic healing. I mean, really, like, what can I say? Mugwort. Psychic healing. So this is plant energy and plant healing. So right here, I mean, I love the moon here. I love the throw back to the high priestess with the moon phases, with talking about things that are hidden coming to light, about spiritual gifts coming to light, about perhaps you, the type of healing that you do is psychic healing. You know, you connect with people on a soul level, on a spiritual level, in order for them to um, empower them for their own healing. And this is your gift, you know. And this card, it's referencing the moon and Neptune. Neptune is a very dreamy planet. This is talking about, you know, sometimes like psychic things, but also about dreams, about intuition, you know, this fluid, this ability that if you can imagine it, you can realize it. And I love that for you. This is a very, very feminine energy, you know, and there's no masculine, feminine in the tarot. This is just talking about feminine energy is usually described as the energy of meditation and introspection and, you know, psychic healing and psychic gifts, where masculine energy is more of a action oriented, doing, planning, strategy type of energy. So this is talking about taking kind of a step away from doing and just being, you know, be introspective, be meditative, you know, maybe listen to some YouTube videos regarding, you know, chakra meditation, chakra healing, being in alignment, you know, looking into different types of energy healing. Love that for you. Let's get one more, kind of feeling these cards here. All right, group number 3. So what is a final advice or message from your energies heading into December and into the winter months of January and February? Group number 3. Oh, got 2 cards that flew out here. Oh, that's actually 3, and this one was actually in reverse, so I'm just going to keep them in reverse. The crumbling, dance with life, do something to change your energy, and Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion, priestess, mystic, teacher. Okay, I'm actually going to flip them upright, and I'll tell you why I'm doing that. Because these energies, whether I feel like whether the cards are upright or upside down, they say the same thing. Because in the crumbling, what are you clinging on to? This is talking about having a tower moment. A tower moment is literally maybe this dark night of the soul that you've been through, the spiritual awakening that you went through. Something in your life has crumbled. Something that you thought was a foundational piece that was going to stay forever. So this could have been maybe a loss of a career. This could have been a loss of an important relationship. Maybe you've had to move somewhere new, start something over that you never thought would happen to you, you know. But in that in that tower, in that crumbling of that foundation that was never solid to begin with, that was never your path to begin with. It was kind of like a placeholder that allowed you now to see beyond, to see a new path, a new way of being. You know, this light shining down, this spiritual hit that you got, this insight about yourself. Now you're able to move forward. This isn't going to hold you back anymore. Because sometimes we can get really comfortable, even if something is not meant for us, whether it's a career or a relationship, it's just not in alignment with what our soul is calling to do. But because it's comfortable, it's the known, we kind of stay in it until God, the universe says, you know what, like I've given you hints, I've given you subtle like insights, you know, the red flags were waving. You didn't take all my hints. You didn't take the subtle hints. You are going to have to make a change. Otherwise, you know, what your soul came here to do, that wasted potential, like that's no good. Like you want more. And that's what that crumbling was for. So don't cling on to the past. You know, in the upside down, it's like clinging on to what was, but I don't think you're clinging on to it anymore, because I feel, yes, you have fear of what's the unknown, but to live how you used to live, and that anxiety and that mental anguish and that doubt, you don't want to do that anymore. I think you want to flip this over. You want to say, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to cling on to anything that no longer serves me. I'm ready to move on. And then the dance with life, do something to change your energy. I love this. Again, referencing the moon. You are truly a very spiritual, psychic person. I hope you know that about yourself. This dance, this talks about doing something differently in the way that you deal with your emotions. So, you know, I was mentioning, you know, taking salt baths, a shower where you picture it being, you know, all the energy being cleansed from you. But dancing is another form. You know, you might maybe want to look into somatic healing. This is moving your body in ways to shake the energy that's stored in our bodies. You know, when we go through trauma, when we go through things that are difficult, you know, the belief with somatic healing is that those energies get trapped in parts of our body, and we need to kind of move our bodies in order to shake them out, in order to process them and feel them and let them kind of be released. Otherwise, they can cause disease in the body, right? So maybe look into that as a form of healing. Um, and then Sisterhood of the Rose, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic, Teacher. So here we go again, the High Priestess vibes coming through strong. This is talking about tapping into that energy of that divine feminine, the energy of psychic realms, the spirituality, meditation, introspection, whatever you need to do, whether it's prayer, meditation, or energy healing, yoga, chakra meditations, whatever it could be. Tap into this energy because you are highly connected to it already. And it could mean that you find yourself a teacher that takes you under their wing and kind of allows you to do this healing for yourself, shows you the ropes, or you become the teacher yourself, because once you've gone through this journey, you may be inspired to teach others how to do that healing for themselves. So this could be where your energy is heading, is to become this teacher, this mystic, the mystic that comes back down from the holy mountain and teaches others what they've learned. So I love this energy for you. I hope it resonated, and I hope to see you on my next reading. Thanks.